All right, so there's been a few things that we did run into when I was getting the new wheel and tire package, which we will be revealing in this video. And if you guys can hear around, we do have a little bit of work going on. Everybody's working on their houses and we're working on ours as well, getting a whole new roof done. So yeah, a whole lot of things going on over here in the world of Hammerdown Motorsports. But just a little backstory. We got the new wheels, we got the new tires, and when we went to go put them together, we ran into a little issue with the sensors for the TPMS. The stems were just a little bit too long, and being that these are a reverse mount wheel, it ended up hitting the caliper on the front and wore pretty much about 3/4 of the way through the end of the stem, and the one side, the core is actually leaking. So not exactly a good situation. And then as things are nowadays, it's really hard to get specialty items. I had to order some from eBay and it took me probably close to a week to even get those. So then I had to take the tires apart, take the sensors out, and then swap out the stems and get back to the point where we are right now. So that's just my little backstory, and that's kind of what you come to expect if you want to get this exact same wheel and tire package for the Ram truck. You are going to need a shorter stem for your TPMS, or you're going to have to put it in the other location, which I'm not sure if it will work 100% just because of the inside of the wheel. But that's kind of just what we ran into, and let's get on with the video. All right, so we are on our way to the tire shop to get our BF Goodrich all-terrain ATKO2s installed. Right now we are running the Toyo open country mud terrains, and let's get a decibel reading and we can see what the road noise is on these mud terrains, and then we can take another reading once we get our new tires installed. So we're kind of bouncing between 71, 72 decibels. Let's see what our new BF Goodrich ATKOs are going to be like. And there you have it. We're sitting around 70, so we dropped about 2 decibels for sure. And inside the truck, it definitely sounds a whole lot more quiet than with the mud terrain. All right, here we go. Got our BFG ATKO2s all-terrains, and we're ready to go on the sand for the first time. And right now we didn't air down, we're still at 45 PSI, so it's a fair comparison to the Toyos. And so far, so good.
Mrs. Hammerdown doesn't want to get stuck.
It's floating better than before. Before it always wanted to dig, now I'm just barely touching the gas. Just kind of staying up on top.
Here's the beach. Yay!
Baja champions. Oh yeah. We'll see how fast we can go. Well, we're up to 25, 26.
28, 29, 30.
Well, everybody, we're back out on the beach. It is early November, and basically I could be out here in a t-shirt. The wind is actually pretty low for being right next to the ocean. And the new tires, very, very happy so far. This is actually a world of a difference. Every time I would go into the soft stuff with the Toyo Open Countries and you give it any kind of throttle at all, it just wanted to sink down, and you kind of felt a little weary about getting stuck. And as you guys know, we already got stuck once doing this, but they seem to just kind of float on top of the sand, and very little throttle effort, and actually top speed, no problem. Like I can go, the speed limit, I think 25 out here, and we were going that no problem. And with the other tires, I felt I was always struggling. I was always into the throttle a lot and felt I was digging ruts and things like that. So I've learned something. Mud tires and sand, they're not a good combination. I mean, they're great in mud, but as far as going on the sand, I think the all-terrain tire from BF Goodrich is probably your best bet. So what does Mrs. Hammer think of the new tires?
I'm impressed so far.
Are you confidence inspired?
I'm feeling more confident than with the last ones, but
It's gonna take a little while to win you over.
you know me.
Yeah, I definitely do. I didn't see as many worried looks on your face, so definitely thumbs up for the BF Goodrich tires. Look at that. We got one of those little, I think Honda maybe makes some of these. There's a couple different brands, but it's like one of those little Japanese mini trucks going down the beach, little 4-wheel drive. Pretty cool. They got their boogie boards in there. They're all ready to go to the beach. What do you think, girls?
Good. You know what I'm making? Brownies.
What are you making?
Brownies.
Brownies? Sand brownies?
Yep.
Okay. Sounds delicious.
Thank you.
What are we making over here?
I'm making some stew.
Sand stew?
Yeah.
Does it have any sand crab in it?
No,
No.
not yet.
Okay, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. So I know I say this about every time I come out here, but just check out this view. It's just so relaxing to be out here in the sun. And I mean, I'm from Canada, and early November, it doesn't look anything like this. So I mean, being in the US and having a place down here in Ocean City, Maryland is absolutely a dream come true. And be able to take the Rebel out on the beach now with tires that I don't have to worry about getting stuck, at least for now. I mean, we haven't pushed them too hard yet, but there's always time for that. But just first impressions, very, very happy with the all-terrains, and we can get out on the beach worry-free and just enjoy this view, watch the waves, and just have an awesome time as a family.
But you better look what I'm doing. Because
What are you doing, drawing in the sand?
I'm drawing a heart.
Okay, cool.
Because I love you.
Oh, I love you too. And I think for the first time ever on the channel now, you guys can see the new wheel and tire package on the truck. We did switch it up to an RBP spike wheel like I revealed in the last video, but now we have our tires installed, and just look at the stance on this truck. We're still tucked in pretty much with the flare. I wouldn't be able to go any further out, I think, without having a really sticky cop wanting to give me any kind of trouble for it, but I think we're perfectly legal here. Our mud flap is pretty much covering almost the entire tire, and these are a -12, 10 wide, and in the front we're running no spacer, and we've got a very nice stance here as well. We're not shooting stuff all over the side of the truck, but we do get a nice aggressive look, especially with these tires. These are 35 by 1250 R20s, and just look at that. This is exactly what I envisioned this truck looking like, and I think we finally have done it. I think we finally achieved the stance that I wanted with this truck. Definitely drop in the comments, what do you guys think of the new look? All right, so pretty much I'm 100% addicted to beach life at this point, and the Rebel has been awesome. Basically, it'll hold anything you want it to do. It'll tow your boat. You can go out on the beach, you have the right tires, which we do now. And you know what? It's just been an awesome Swiss Army knife of a vehicle. It's a good daily driver. It's gas. It's not the greatest on fuel, but it's not a diesel like the big Cummins. So you don't have to worry about DEF fluid and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty simplistic to maintain, and it has all kinds of creature comforts, and it looks absolutely awesome. Now, I've got to say, with these new tires, the truck is so much more capable on the beach. I think the only thing that would make this better is if we upgraded the suspension. Right now we have the Ready Lift SST lift, which is fine just to get the truck up in the air so we get some 35-inch tires on, but it kind of stiffens everything up, especially with the preload spacers, which I may take out. But I think if I'm going that far, I might consider actually going with a full lift kit, possibly a BDS, something like that. Something that's gonna basically lower the front diff and kind of go all the way, and you have to do a little bit of cutting, which is why I didn't do that in the first place. But I think maybe if we're gonna keep this truck around for a while, that might be an option that I may consider, just because, well, I mean, obviously we've got all this sand to play in. Might be fun to go a little bit faster and just kind of maybe soak up the bumps a little bit better. Might make this truck a whole lot more capable.